Hi friends and subscribers, this is Mahmoud Sheikh, and from past few videos I am working on a tutorial series of developing a CRUD application using Zend Framework 3. In my last video I discussed on how to set routing for our application, and in this video I'll be discussing how to add a post. Okay, so whenever I click on this create post, a form should get opened where I can write the title, description and then category, and once I save that form, then the record should get saved inside the database. Okay, so right now we are having only 2 records in my table, and now let us work on creating a form. Okay, so for that we need to go to our editor, and before that I just want to tell you one thing, that while downloading your Zend framework, you need to install packages like form, session, db, all these packages you need to install. Okay, so these packages will not be installed by default. Okay, so you need to answer few questions. In those answers you need to provide s as an answer, then only you will be then only it will download all these packages. Okay, so if you haven't watched my first video where I have shown you how to download, then I would suggest you to go and watch that video first and then come back here. Okay, so once you download all the packages, then all these packages will get display on your modules.config.php. okay, now let us come to our actual topic. Okay, so first you need to create a folder inside your source src, okay, with a name called as form. Inside form you need to create one file called as post form.php. okay, save it. Okay, and then you need to set the properties for your form. Okay, let's namespace post form. Okay, and then use Zend form, and then class post form extends form. Okay, and then we have to make a construct and dollar name null. Okay, and then parent construct post. This set attribute, and then we need to mention the method. Okay, we will be using a post method, so we need to type post. Okay, and then we need to add the properties for form elements. Okay, we need to make an array. ID, okay, first field will be ID, and the type of the field will be hidden. Okay, and then next I will just copy this. Then next is our title. Okay, and then type text, then comma. Okay, and then options. We'll create one more array, and then label as title. Okay, and then we have to add one more form element. I will just copy this, paste it here. Okay, and title, this one is description. Okay, and then type text area. Okay, and then options. Okay, and then label as description. Okay, and then just copy this once again. Okay, and then this one is category, then type is text, and then copy category. Okay, and then at the end we have to add a submit button. Okay, just copy. Okay, name submit, type is submit as well. Okay, and then attributes value save, and then id button save. Okay, now we have created a post form where we have added different form elements. Okay, so now next we need to go to our index controller. Okay, and save it. Okay, index controller, inside add action we need to create a form, and then new post form, and then post form. Okay, and then we need to pass this form to our view as an array. Okay, now save it and let's refresh. Okay, now let's click on this create. Okay, so nothing happens because we haven't created our form elements yet on our to display on our add view. Okay, so now let's come to our add.html. Okay, and then title, title is add new post. Okay, and then this head title. Okay, to this we'll pass this title. Sorry, copy and paste it here. Okay, and then h1 echo this skip HTML. Okay, to this we pass the title as well. Okay, now let's save it and refresh our page. Okay, our new title is displaying here on our add view. Okay, and then now use the form. Okay, so this form we can access inside our add.html file, because inside our index controller we have passed this form to our view as an array. Okay, so that's why we are able to access this form inside our add.html file, because we are from here, from our controller, we have passed this form to our view, which is add.html as an array. Okay, so now that's form set attribute, and then action this URL. Okay, and then post this. Okay, and then we need to add an array action add. Okay, so our action, since our action is add, which we have created inside our index controller. Okay, next, and then prepare. Okay, and then okay, now let us create a form open tag. Okay, echo dollar this form open tag. Okay, and then we'll pass form, then echo dollar this form hidden dollar form get ID. Save it. Okay, and then now we need to create a title, PHP echo this form row. Okay, and then just copy this and put it here, and then change it to title. Okay, and then just copy this once again and change it to description. Okay, once again copy once again, and then change to category. Okay, and then this one is form submit. Okay, save it and let's refresh our page. Okay, now you can see our form elements have been created. Okay, so now let's put a br, copy, paste it here. Okay, now save and refresh. Okay, now we have created our form. So now let's move to our index controller to write the code for saving our post into the table or into our database. Okay, so now let's go to our index controller and come to our add action. Okay, after this we have to use a request. Okay, and then this get request. Okay, we need to get the request, and then if request post. Okay, if the request is not post request, then we will return this. Okay, just cut and paste. Okay, so if the request is not a post request, then we will return the form, okay, the same form to the user. In else condition, $post, okay, equals to new post model post. Okay, then form set data. Okay, and then request of get post. Okay, and then if not form is valid. Okay, if the form is not valid, then we will exit. Okay, say as ID is not correct. Okay, and then $post exchange array, and then form of get data. Okay, and then this table. Okay, and then we will call our model function, which is save data, to save the post inside the table. Okay, and then we'll pass the post. Okay, and then return this redirect to route. Okay, post. Okay, controller. Okay, then index. Okay, then we will pass to the index controller, and we will call the action add. Okay, now let's go to our post table model to write the save post function. Okay, so which we have created here. We need to create this save data function inside our post table model. Okay, so post table. Okay, now let's create that public function save data. Okay, and then to this we need to pass the post. Okay, data equals to okay title or post get title. Okay, and here title, then description $post get description. Okay, and then at the end category. Okay, and then we will need to return this data. return dollar this table gateway, and then we need to call our insert function, okay, to pass this to save this data. Okay, we need to pass this data inside our insert method, okay, which is called by this table gateway handler. By doing that, we are saving the data into our table. Okay, now let's check. Okay, now it's giving me an error as okay, undefined properties Zend http environment request is post, okay, on line 31, okay, of index controller. Okay, so let's go to our index controller, line 31, okay, is post. Okay, so it's a method. So now let's refresh. Okay, now let's add Codeigniter. Okay, Codeigniter and then MVC. Okay, now let's save it. Okay, now let's go to our home. Okay, now you can see our third record is displaying on our view page, or on our home page. Okay, that means this record successfully gets saved inside our table. So if I go to my post table, if I refresh, you can see previously there were 2 records, and now you will see the third record as well. Okay, and let's come here. Okay, home. Okay, let's come back here. Okay, so now let us add one more record. Okay, so let's click on create, then Laravel, let's copy. Okay, copy this and paste it here. Okay, now let's save it. Okay, so the data gets saved, but we are not able to redirect to our home page. Okay, so what should happen is, the moment when we click on save, then the data should get saved and we should redirect to our home page. Okay, so we should redirect to our home page here. Okay, so data is getting saved, but we are not redirecting to home page the moment when we save the data. Okay, so for that, let's come here and let's change to home. Okay, let's what I'm telling is, the moment when the data gets saved inside the table, we are redirecting to home route. Okay, let's go to this config file, and this is our home route. Okay, this is the name of our route. Okay, so previously we were on post route, but now we need to go to our home route. Okay, so now let's save it. Okay, save it and then refresh. Okay, let's click on create, okay, and then cake PHP, and then MVC. Okay, and now let's click on save. Okay, now you can see the moment when I click on save, the data gets saved inside the table, and it starts displaying on our home page, and we also redirect to our home page. Okay, so this is what I was wanted. Okay, so this is how we can save the record inside the table using inside the MySQL database using Zend Framework. Okay, so for saving the record inside that table, you need to create a form file. Okay, inside the form folder you need to create a file called post form, and then you need to set all these properties for your form elements, each and every form elements. Okay, and then you need to you need to go to your add.html file, and then you need to create your form. Okay, so this is the URL. Okay, so to this URL we are sending the request. Okay, so if I click on this create, and if I click on right click and then click on view page source, and then here you will see the form. Okay, so the form method is post. This post we have defined here. Okay, here where is that file? Okay, here you can see the method is post and name. Okay, name is post. Okay, and the name. Okay, and here you can see this is post, and okay, so this form element will get created with all these form elements. Okay, for all the other form elements like ID, which is hidden, and then title, description, category, and submit. Okay, so once you do that, once you create all the form elements, and then you need to come to your controller, and then you need to write this code. Okay, only this much of code, and then you need to create this save data function, okay, inside your post table. Save data. Okay, this function is been made for saving the data into the table. Okay, here we have already created the exchange array function which we are using here. Okay, so exchange array function we have created inside our post.php, and we are using that inside our index controller. Okay, so this is how we can save the record or data into our MySQL table. Okay, so I hope you like this video. I hope you got some useful information out of this video. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, click on like button, share it with your friends, and I will see you guys in my next video, where I'll be discussing with you how to view this particular single post when I click on this view link. Okay, so when I click on this view link, I should get the complete description of that particular post in this view page. Okay, so that we will discuss in our next video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.